Hello, stock traders. I hope all of you had a great week. As you can tell by my voice, it is a little out of sorts, so you'll just have to excuse that during this video. This video will be unedited as I wanted to get the information out to you as soon as possible. So far this month, personally, I am at a 4.78% gain year to date, at a 198.23% gain on all of my calls. Now, I'm not a financial advisor. Of course, you need to do your own due diligence. I only say what my gains are so that you know that it is possible to have triple-digit gains if you have great strategies. And that is what I talk about in this channel. I only recommend stocks and talk about different stocks, as I'm not a financial advisor, but I only talk about stocks that have a solid strategy behind it, one that I have tested and that I know that works and does well. Before we get going in this video, if you could do me a favor and please hit that most amazing and wonderful like button, as it helps out the channel very, very much and help this video to get to more viewers. Also, if you haven't done so before, please subscribe and turn on those bell notifications so you get notified when a new video comes out. Now, I do have a Patreon group. I have the link in the description down below. It is a great group of investors. And if you are wanting my buy and sell alerts, that's a great way and great place to be there. It is $27 a month for the basic membership. And in there, I give out all of my alerts on the insider swing plays and the PD UFA run-up plays, which are very good. We have some other levels in there, of course, that are really fantastic that maybe cost a little more. In the premium room, we also have my course videos. If you want to know exactly how I go about my business, twice a month, I come out with a video on a course video, and then I plan on releasing those courses later. But anyway, it's important. And if you are interested in how I go about my business, how I pick my stocks, you are only as good as the stocks that you pick, according to Mike Bellafiore. So it's important to have a great strategy, not only when to enter, but when to exit. All right, let's do a quick review, and I will have a copy of this in the description down below. Let's start with the insiders sold these this last week. The first one is WRBY, Warby Parker, sold for a 9.70% gain. Next is AESE, sold for a 0.26% gain. CWAN sold for a 3.57% loss. RNR sold for a 6.62% gain. INTC Intel sold for a 5.5% gain. ACHR sold for a 0.34% gain. And ANVS unfortunately did not work out. I made a video on this. It was very popular. It was really unfortunate. We had the insider activity. We also had a news presentation, but unfortunately it did not work out. I had to sell that for a 5.7% loss. I hope all of you did better than me on that particular pick. That was very unfortunate that that happened, but that's going to happen with that. Overall, very, very successful week. Only 2 losers, so that was really good. And a really, really high 75% win rate on this last week. I have no PDUFA sales to report. Did not sell a single one. We have not hit our exit point on a single one. And so that's important on any strategy, that not only you have a strategy for entering a stock, but a strategy of when to exit. Okay, so let's start off by taking a look at the SPY and see where we're at in the Elliott wave. It's so important to understand how the market is moving, what is going on, and so on and so forth. So here we go. Let's go to the chart. And here you can see we've had this monster wave 1. Now, I've been talking about this pullback that I thought was going to happen, and indeed we have had a little bit of a pullback. Now it appears the bulls are rushing in, and they're not happy with just this little run. They want a big run, and so it looks like we could go, obviously, of course, we could go in either direction. It sounds stupid to say, but we could continue this, or we could get rejected at this level. And you can see here, this level here, this could be a rejection level, and we can head lower, closer to the 20 EMA or even the 50 EMA, or we could fill this gap that's down here. And so that's something important, something I'm kind of looking at and kind of tracking with what's going on. I'm being pretty aggressive in the market. I do have some cash available on the sidelines to take up some deals. If we should get a drop there, I'll have some money set aside. And that's an important lesson for you to learn. It's a good idea to have some cash on the sidelines if there's a really strong stock that really matches one of your strategies that you've had a huge success win rate with. When the market dips like this, if the stock dips, it's so important to learn how to buy that dip. All right, well, let's go into the list. I have 7 great stocks for you, and you'll want to stay till the end of the video because number 2 and number 1 are brand new, and so that's really, really great. Let's start off with Bitfarm, and I've been getting a lot of grief about Bitfarm, but I bet you those people that held aren't giving me grief anymore. And so this is Bitfarm, ticker symbol BITF. My personal price target for this is $20 a share. I have very high conviction that we are going to get there. It's just a matter of time. $5.98 is my personal average. Since calling this out, it is now up 43.41%. And I expect on Monday morning when you are viewing this video that it will increase because Bitcoin is doing just kind of okay. But with all that's going out with this, they just secured a new hydro plant. And so that's really huge for them. And so they will be able to do that. Also, Bitfarm is the best hash versus market cap, the largest hash rate versus market cap. That's what makes this one the one that should grow the most, at least in my opinion. In my opinion, this is much better than Mara, Riot, or Hut, and you will make a lot more money with Bitfarm than those 3 with what is going on within the company. They had an offering, they purchased more machines, their hash rate is increased, their market cap is really, really low. They're a fantastic deal. And also with this hydro plant and how they're reporting constantly more and more profitability, that I expect this one to move towards its date. Now, this is a long-term pick. If you can't handle it, then I suggest this might not be for you. But if you can handle it, I put some money in this and I plan on holding it. And I have a high conviction towards $20 is my price target. I'm sure someone will ask me, when are you selling? Well, I'm not selling until I get to a $20 price target. I have high conviction that's going to happen. Now, something should change. I'm not so rigid that I won't stay in this no matter what. I am not like that on any particular stock. If there is news that comes out that changes my mind that we need to move out of that, then it's time for an exit point. You follow the strategy, and that's how it goes. Okay, number 6 is CTIC. So this is CTI Biopharma, ticker symbol CTIC, and this has been one that hasn't performed very well for us yet. It's a PDUFA run-up play. And my personal price target for this is $4 a share. My average in it is $2.75. Since calling this out, it is down 2.91%. They have a November 30th PDUFA date, so that is coming up. There really isn't any updates that happened this week. Nothing really happened with the stock, so it just kind of moved with the market. It got denied here at this 50 SMA, and so now it's come back down to a new low, and now it's bouncing off of that low. But, you know, this is a highly shorted stock. But what I think those shorts aren't paying attention to is that it has an upcoming PDUFA date. And so it's going to run to that date, in my opinion, and they will get burned. And just I see it happen over and over again. As we get closer to that date, you will see them start to cover and start to panic as we get there. It just hasn't happened yet. Number 5 is Beyond Spring, ticker symbol BYSI. This is another PDUFA run-up play. My personal price target for this is $23 a share. My average in it is $15.45 since calling it out is down 4.23%. This one also has a PDUFA date of November 30th. Rotation should kick in this next week. So what is rotation? You might be asking me, what is rotation on a PDUFA stock? Well, if a PDUFA drug or drug up for FDA approval or gets denial, you will see money move out of that stock and go to the next one on the FDA PDUFA lists. And so I'm expecting that to happen on CTIC, BYSI, and FENC that are all on our list. I expect that to happen as we get going this week. We should see more of that as more of those FDA approvals start to happen, or denials, because it works either way. That money will inflow to the next stock, those that play this particular strategy. This is not reinventing the wheel, this PDUFA play. I've come up with a way to swing it and a way to do it, but it's not originally my strategy. I actually picked it up from someone else, but I like to think that I perfected it. But that's just, that's just my opinion on that. All right, let's move on. Number 4, and number 4 has been on our list a very long time. And it is Safehold, ticker symbol SAFE. And for some reason, this stock is not taking off yet. It's an insider swing play. My personal price target for this is $100 a share. $73.50 is my average per share. And so far, I'm up a whopping 0.41%. Woohoo. Yeah, it's just kind of sitting there. It just needs to break out above this here. And as we go into wave 3 of the Elliott wave, that will happen. And this will get above it, and then it will start to go. But iStar is still loading shares, so just keep holding. If you are in this and you are in this because and you like it for the reasons that I like it for, that constant insider activity, I know that eventually this one will catch fire, especially as iStar continues to load. Eventually, someone will buy up this stock, and or it could end up being where iStar is the only volume, and so then there's only buyers for a day, and that could be what happens as we get going. But I like this one for a big move. I love the insider activity. I've had a lot of success with this stock in the past, and I expect to have success with it now again. Now that this is still happening again. All right, let's go to number 3. All right, number 3 is FENC Pharma, ticker symbol FENC. This has been on the list a little while. It's doing rather well. This is a PDUFA run-up play. My personal price target for this is $13 a share. Since calling this out, it is up 9.01% on this channel. And so this is a reason to watch my YouTube channel because I call this out, and it's been really performing very nicely. My average in it is $8.74. This has a November 27th PDUFA date, and they have a drug for hearing loss, which is rather significant. Very, very significant. As you can see, I pointed up this very significant line of resistance, and you can see where it's hit this, and then where it's bounced against it, so on and so forth, bouncing against it, bounced off of it, didn't cross it. Bam, we finally beat it. Now this line acts as support, and you can see it doing that. It's coming back down. Now it's touching that line, going up, touching, and then bouncing upwards. Now we had a big bounce. Now it came back down, but now we're starting to see this bounce, and now I'm expecting the move to really start to pick up as we move to that PDUFA date, looking very, very good. It's not overheated on the RSI by any means, so if you haven't entered this in yet, I think there's a few more percent, maybe even 10% left that could be made on this, maybe 20%. It's a low volume stock, so I could see it really, really moving. If we got to 13, I mean, that would be a 30% gain. So, you know, my personal price target, I don't just come up with those arbitrarily out of the air. That is another level of resistance that we've had in the past. So FENC Pharma looking very good for this upcoming week. Should be really good. All right, let's get to 2 new ones. What do you say? All right, and number 2 on the list, brand new, to the top 7 list. Now, I have talked about this one a little bit. This is a phenomenal value, and this is BioDelivery, ticker symbol BDSI. This is an insider swing play. My personal price target is $4.15. My average in it is $3.30. And if you haven't invested in this yet, you have missed absolutely nothing, because since the time I've called it out, is down 1.77%. But I really, really like this one for a big move, and let me give my reasons why I like it. And more insider activity buying reported this last week, and so that was very significant. And that was on Friday morning. So Friday morning, we have fresh insider activity. Also, H.C. Wainwright, who is a significant analysts are at H.C. Wainwright. They're some of the best in the business. Recent analyst upgrade to $6 from $4. And so that's a pretty big 50% growth in analyst upgrade. I like it for that. I like it for the insider activities. Those two things kind of coming together. I could see this one for a big move. Now, where do I think it's going to go? Well, I think 415 is a good level because that is where this previous resistance is. The first level of resistance is going to be 355. And then we're going to see and test if we can get up around 415. That would be another test. And that's where my price target is for this in the short term, because you can see it just bouncing off of that level here. That is resistance. It's a very significant resistance level. All right, let's go to number 1. And I like this one a lot. A lot. The chart is beautiful. It is beautiful, people. Okay, so this is EverQuote, ticker symbol EVER. This is another insider swing play. My first price target for this is $17.15. My second price target for this is $21. So I like both of those levels. very much. My average, and it's $14.84 since calling this out. It's up 3.34%, so pretty modest. But I like it because insiders are still loading, so we're seeing a lot of insider activity on this. Lots of different officers, multiple officers in open market. My absolute favorite, and a lot of them went in because it was just such a phenomenal deal. This has gotten beaten up far too much. It does not deserve to be at these prices, that is for sure. And that is why I think the insiders are loading. I think they see value in the company that they work for, and so they are loading up big time. Lots and lots of buys right in here. Now it's starting to pick up some momentum. We have a golden cross down here, so lots of good stuff here. If we can get above this 50-day SMA, then we can see it really fly. The reason why I like 1715, well, 1715 is where this gap is filling right here. So you can see that right there. That's where that gap is. There's a gap here to fill on the way up. And so there's a very high likelihood that that gap will fill, especially with this momentum moving upwards. So I like it to move to 17.15 for that reason. Why do I like $21? Well, let's go to $21. When I wrote this, I don't know why I like $21. Let me tell. Oh, I see. Okay. Significant level that it bounced on a couple times right here, so you can see that right there. And so that's why I like that $21 level. That would be the next price target for it. But it is severely undervalued, and I think this is a really great one to get into. Should really do well. I wish all of you the best on the stock market. Hopefully none of you mind the voice. There's nothing I can do about it. I feel fine. I just got this crazy voice going on. I'm getting over a cold, but I feel so much better. But yeah, this is what's left behind. What do you do? Anyway, I wish you all the best on the stock market. Let's have a fantastic week. What does everyone say? If you have any questions, feel free to reach out to me in the comment section down below. I'm more than happy to take a look as long as it's not market hours. During market hours, I'm trading. I'm a stock trader. It's what I do. So, I may not answer during that time, but I will get to you as soon as I have a lull or anything that's going on. I wish all of you the best. Let's have a fantastic week, and Raythoven out.